Hey, everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thank you so much for joining us on a Monday night. Got a brand new song to play for you tonight. I'm very excited about it. It's not only a fabulous song, but it is sung by one of the best in the business. She's got a powerhouse voice, and the lady that co-wrote this song is one of the best in the business, a country music legend. I've got them both with me tonight. It's a pleasure to welcome Leigh Pollari and legendary Leona Williams to My Kind of Country. Ladies, how are you tonight?
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott. I'm doing fine. Glad to hear your voice.
Well, it's always great to hear your voice, too. It's been a while since we've had a chance to talk, and this was a great occasion to get together tonight.
Yes, I know it, and Leigh is glad to talk to you, too, hon.
Yes, you too. What an exciting event in my life.
That is for sure. Well, Leigh, I want to ask you, how did this song come to you?
Well, Leona, like she said, she heard me playing. I sang, I guess it was the steel guitar show in Nashville, and Leona was so nice to me. I mean, Scott, you understand when a top artist comes up and says something nice to you, you're just kind of like I don't know. It's just amazing. You're like, really? Are you serious? And I don't know. We just kept in touch, and Leona is such a down-to-earth person. She said, just call me whenever you need to talk or whatever. And I took her up on that, and she actually answers all the time, which is nice. And so we just, I don't know, we were swapping stories about our lives and everything, and we have a lot of similarities in our life and our personalities. And Leona said, I have a demo CD that if you want to listen to it and see if there's anything on there that you'd like to record, it would be great. And so I got that CD, and it was hard to narrow it down. I got it down to 2, and it was hard. But I ended up going with 1 for now, and it was when I put this demo CD in my car, I just fell in love with it because Leona has a way of writing things right off the bat. She's telling a story, and I'm listening to this story, and it just unfolds like a movie. And it was such a relatable song. I mean, I never played out the song in my life, but it was such a relatable song that I thought, I have to do this one. And I am so glad I did because it is such a great song, and I think it's my kind of a song.
You are definitely right about that. The song is called In Dallas Tonight, and we are going to play it for you tonight on My Kind of Country. And Leona, tell me about the background of this beautiful song.
I wrote that song with a great songwriter named Dave Kirby. At the time, that's the first song we ever wrote together, and I hadn't been with Dave very long, but Dave and I were married. We're going to get married, I guess, right after that. It was after I went through a deal with I have a long story, but I used to be married to Merle. I always have to mention that. And after Merle, after a couple of years, you find somebody else, So anyway, Dave played on all these people's records in Nashville, Dolly Parton. He played on all them hits of hers, and he wrote, Is Anybody Going to San Antonio for Charlie Pride, and he wrote, What Have You Got Planned Tonight, Diana, for Merle.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Dave's a good friend in the music business, and anyways, we were on a cruise, and they'd booked me with George Jones and John Anderson, a bunch of us, and anyways, I got me a band I had put together, so I had Dave to come play guitar. And so anyways, long story short, we got, together, and we were together for 20 years, almost 20 years, Dave and I were, and he passed away in '04, so, with throat cancer. But anyways, Dave and I, we wrote this song, this first song we wrote together, and it's called In Dallas Tonight.
Wow.
Set the scene, if you will. Set the scene, Leona. How did you just start messing around on the guitar and somebody said in a small motel? Like, how exactly did it come about? I always wondered as an artist.
Just sitting there, with a guitar, and started singing something, and the melody was right, and that makes you right. To me, if I got a melody, it seems like the melody sometimes comes before the idea does, because that melodies are so important, and it'll kind of make you write it or something, you know. And if you then you after you get this good melody, then you think about some ideas you got, and it'll take you in that right direction, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But we wrote that song, and we never pitched it to anybody. And I did a girl's version of it because it's originally wrote for like a guy to sing, and so I did a version of it for a girl, and it works perfect, you know. And I'm glad you like it.
I love it. I love it. And I think it was just so cleverly written. And my favorite lines are the third verse, I guess it is. It's, I won a few battles, but you won the war, because I still got your memory to fight. I love it.
Yeah, that is my favorite lines, too, yes.
Well, Leona, you are without a doubt all kudos to Dave Kirby as well. As you mentioned, he's written some country music gold, but so have you. And, of course, You Take Me for Granted and Someday When Things Are Good. And Yes, Ma'am, You Found Me in a Honky Tonk. So many great songs you have written over the years and are still writing, as evidenced by your latest album, which is called Keeping It Country. And, folks, you can go to leonawilliams.com and, of course, all the streaming platforms that are available and get that album. And the interview for that is on our YouTube channel for My Kind of Country. And Leigh's website is leighpollari.com, and her new song is In Dallas Tonight. And you're going to be able to get that there as well. So you guys have put out some more country music gold. The tradition continues, Leona.
Yeah, I'll always be country. That's all I know.
Well, thank goodness for that.
We sure thank you for what you do for everybody, for any country music. You're staying country right along with us.
Well,
Absolutely appreciate that, Scott.
You mentioned before we got on the air tonight that we all kind of work together, and there's a common bond with all of us in keeping real country music going, and there's so many people that love it and want to hear it. And when you have songs like this coming out, that you just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You really can't. You really can't. And especially, it doesn't matter how many years ago the song was written. If an artist can still connect with it, it's a beautiful thing, and that's traditional country music. It's timeless.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another song, Leigh, that you just put out recently is, and we played it on the show several times, and we're going to be playing it again tonight. Johnny Fox wrote this one, I Know a Carpenter. Leona, have you heard that song?
I don't think I've heard that, no.
It was written with Johnny Fox, like you said, and also David Chamberlain, and it's a phenomenal song. The story is just incredible. It was another one of those songs that the songwriters just knocked it out of the park, and it just grabbed me, and I had to do that one as well. And it's a good song when you hear something and you just have to do it.
Absolutely. Well, you'll have to send that to Leona so she can hear it. It's a beautiful song too, you bet.
Thank you. Yeah, I will.
I'll have to check that out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Leona, you mentioned just in passing, and I'm just going to bring this back up for a minute. We always mention Merle, but I would have never met you had it not been for Merle Haggard. I was just a kid back then, and that was the first time I ever got to meet you was with the Merle Haggard show. And you were so nice to me then, and you were nice to me all through the years. And, we flash forward all these years later. We got to spend some time together in Nashville a few years ago with Freddie Hart and just bunches of them. And you've always been a big supporter of my show. And I echo what Leigh said. You always answer the phone when somebody calls. You probably cuss them out before you answer, but you do.
Well, I try to be nice to everybody,
Well, I want you to know how much I appreciate it, and I treasure our friendship, and I love the conversations we've had, and, of course, all the wonderful music, too.
Well, yes, without the songwriters, singers are nothing.
You got that right. Well, you got both in Leona Williams right there, that's for sure.
And we got to have people like Scott playing the records.
That's right.
Let somebody hear them. It all goes together.
And especially in this day and age when the music industry, the way things are going, things are so different, we need Scott for sure to get both mine and Leona's music out there.
That's right.
You keep putting out good music, I'll keep playing it. See, that's the way it works.
Well, that's great. I appreciate it.
Tell me what else is going on with you. Are you performing? What's going on with you?
I'm up here in Branson, Missouri, and I've been working here like one weekend out of the month at this little show. Me and Ron, my son, that sings. We sing a few songs on this show, but it's just, I don't think we're going to do it anymore. But just for a little while, we were kind of helping him out. But anyways, it's called Nashville Roadhouse Live, and here in Branson. But I've been lately. I went over to Virginia and did that TV. I did a TV show over there, filming for 2 or 3 days. Ron and I did, and for their Virginia Dreams TV show. And then I've been to Minnesota and just every place you can think of lately, just working hard. But now I got off for a few days, and my next will be in Benton, Illinois, on not this weekend, but the next.
Yeah, you've been.
So I'm still just going.
You've been busy. You've been doing a lot of steel guitar shows too, and I know Leigh. I saw on your Facebook page you've got a steel guitar shirt that you've done.
Yes, we have to support the steel guitar because apparently it's not a cool thing in the music business anymore. But in my book, it's a necessity.
Amen to that. It's my favorite instrument.
Yes. I'm doing in November, the first part of November, I'm doing one in Perkinson, Mississippi, at Steel Guitar Show down there. And they got Mel Tillis Jr., Sonny Tillis. He's going to be there, and then he'll have all these other wonderful steel players, that he's booked on that show as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
that's great.
Real country music's what you get, and I always look forward to all the shows we do.
Leigh, what's going on with you?
Well, the season for me is kind of spiraling down. A lot of the outdoor shows are slowing up, but I'm still doing a lot of stuff in the studio, which keeps me busy, and I'm so it's very surreal that I'm able to record things with some of the greatest musicians around. And for example, on mine and Leona's song, In Dallas Tonight, we have Rex Wiseman on steel guitar from the Oak Ridge Boys.
Yeah.
And he did such a great job on that. Originally, Leona, you said that Overby.
Dickie Overby. Yeah. Maybe it was Dickie Overby. He was one of the best. He passed away now, but
yeah.
Right.
He, at that time, he was just one of the best players around.
Right. And it was great. Rex listened to obviously your demo, and then he kind of did what he did with it, and we actually put in a little bit of fiddle in there too that we thought would work out well in that song. And that's what I like to do in the studio is listen to something, and it might always not need something to be changed, but if I hear something as an artist and say, why don't we try doing this? It's fun. You can kind of change it up a little bit. Right, but yours and Dave's song, I didn't change much at all, especially as far as the way that you had originally sung it. It was kind of just perfect the way it was.
Well, you did a fine job. I love it. I appreciate it.
It's easy when you get a song like that, but that's what I'm working on. Scott, doing a lot of stuff in the studio and having a great time, and getting ready for new music for next year and more shows, and hopefully some more fun stuff will come up.
Well, that's fantastic. You keep us posted for sure. You've got, like I've said, you've got one of the most powerhouse voices, and I'm so grateful that it was Arnold Connolly that got us in touch, and I'm really grateful he did.
He knows how much hot air I have.
Oh, man, that's great. Well, on that note, folks, let's play some hot air for you. You're going to love this one. This is This is In Dallas Tonight from Leigh Pollari, and written by Leona Williams and Dave Kirby. LeighPollari.com and LeonaWilliams.com are the websites. We'll put that information on our Facebook page. And we're going to play some other great music from Leona and Leigh, both for you tonight. Ladies,
thank you so much, Scott.
Yeah, thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate you taking time to be on the show.
Call me anytime.
All right.
Either one of you, just whenever you want to, okay? Thanks so much, both of you.
Thanks, Leona.
All right, thanks, you guys.
All right, hon.
In a small motel room in Miami gets up and turns off the lights. He's in you, but he'll have to do while I pretend I'm in Dallas tonight. He holds me close and tells me he loves me, and somehow he makes it feel right. So I cross that line with you on my mind and pretend I'm in Dallas tonight. Oh, I wish I was with you tonight, making what I did wrong right. I know you don't care, 'cause I'm here and you're there, so I'll pretend I'm in Dallas tonight. I won a few battles, but you won the war, 'cause I've still got your memory to fight. So I do what I do while I'm thinking of you and pretend I'm in Dallas tonight. Oh, I wish I was with you tonight, making what I did wrong right. But I know you don't care, 'cause I'm here and you're there, so I'll pretend I'm in Dallas tonight. Yes, I know you don't care, 'cause I'm here and you're there, so I'll pretend I'm in Dallas tonight.